Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, girls and playboys, to ICE Sheffield and the All-Stars Friday, when Team GBU is going to be facing the BUIHA International All-Stars, both men and women, playing tonight. And we got to start very soon after the ice cut with the women's matches. Teams have had their warms up and are in the locker rooms right now for final preparations with their coaches. And on that note, we are going to go. We had an interview with the coaches of both teams earlier, and now we're going to go and see what they had to say ahead of this big matchup.
Hi, I'm joined here with Maggie Benson, coach of the International All-Stars women's team, and also a player for the Edinburgh Eagles and Caledonia Steel Queens. How are you doing, Maggie?
I'm doing very well, very excited to be here today and for the whole Tier 1 Nationals weekend.
And you had a chance to work with your team this morning. How did that go?
I think it went very well. Obviously, we've got a lot of different personalities, different people from all over the world, in addition to all over the UK. And everyone seems to be getting along great. The vibe in the locker room was really great, and I think they meshed well on the ice. It'll be interesting to see how they do today.
Okay, and a lot of excitement and buzz going about this, the first time the BIHA has ever done it. How do you feel about being the first ever International All-Stars women's coach?
Honestly, I'm a bit terrified because this is the first and we obviously want to do very well, and I'm more used to being involved in these types of things as a player. So it's terrifying, but it's also very exciting. I'm glad to be a part of it and to be the first coach. Hopefully whoever fills the shoes after me will be significantly better than I am.
Yeah, of course, one of the reasons you're not playing is because you suffered an ankle injury. Is it just raw determination and stubbornness that got you back to playing for this weekend for the Eagles?
Well, initially I was told don't expect to be playing before September, and I've just pushed myself in physio, and then my physio was like, well, I suppose 6 to 8 weeks from now, and this was a couple months ago, you could skate recreationally. So I guess it would be determination or stubbornness on my part, refusal to end my season too early. I'm just very happy to be involved in any capacity, really.
Okay, and of course we at the BHA are all about family, and you got a bit of a surprise this morning with your dad showing up. Is that you looking forward to coaching this team in front of your dad?
I think that does add a bit more pressure. My dad was supposed to arrive Sunday morning and be here for potentially the afternoon for the Eagles on Sunday, but he arrived this morning, and he coached me growing up, and I've coached alongside him, but always in a junior position. So there is a lot of pressure to do a good job in front of him because he's going to be in the stands this time.
Okay, and without giving too much away, what's the keys to success for the International All-Stars Women's?
Honestly, for them right now, because they haven't had the advantage that GBU has, and that the girls, for the most part, haven't played together in clubs or haven't encountered each other growing up playing on the ice. It's just going to be staying positive and focusing on the basics.
Okay, you got any last comments before I let you go and get the team prepped?
I'm just very excited regardless of the outcome. I think it's going to be a great event for all 4 teams involved and hopefully continue long term.
Okay, right you are. I'll be joined with Ryan Rathbone just shortly. Hi, I'm joined with Ryan Rathbone, coach of GB University women's team. Ryan, how do you feel about being part of such an event run by the BIHA?
Yeah, it's a real special occasion to be part of such a big event, getting to showcase the talent that we've got within the association.
Okay, and you've been involved in international play before with your time with GB full women's team, and also on the road with the GB University women's team before. How does international play compare to that club?
International play, there's a lot more depth within the teams. You know, they've got 3 or 4 sort of strong lines, and it's really competitive play throughout. Come back to club level, you know, maybe got a line of strong players, so you have a bit more time on the puck. So it's just about being a bit quicker on the puck, reacting faster, you know, winning those battles.
Okay, and the announcement was a couple of weeks ago in the GBU women's camp that you'd announced the captains. What can you tell us about the leaders of the team?
You know, we've got three very strong leaders there. We've got Beth Schoon as the captain. She's, you know, very big, strong physical player on the ice, and she's going to lead, you know, in that sort of way on the ice. We've got Abby Thornton, who's very vocal. You know, she really motivates the team in his way. We've got Monica Petrosino, who works really hard. You know, she's relentless on the ice, and you know, it's really strong role models there and a good range of skills that they're going to bring to the team.
Yeah, and you had the girls on for the morning skate this morning. How do you feel that went?
Yeah, the morning skate was good. You know, we tried out some line combinations. The first time we've sort of been able to do that. We worked on the same basic things again, moving the puck quickly, travelling up the ice, and they seemed to pick it up really well. So it was a good skate this morning.
Yeah, and one thing you'll see, well, it's always said is defence wins championships. I think we're looking pretty strong at the back end. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we've got four really strong defensive pairings today, and we've matched them up with different skill sets. We've got some quick players with some physical players, and you know, we're sort of utilising all the strength we've got, and we're going to be really strong at the back end.
And then you were playing International All-Stars women's team, a bit of an unknown commodity. Will be playing with a bit of freedom. How do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, we're just going into this game as part of our preparations for the student games in Russia, so we're just focusing on that. You know, we're picking up the things that we need to develop as a team heading into that, so we'll be looking at maintaining possession of the puck, travelling up the ice at speed, being really strong defensively.
And without giving too much away, what sort of thing are you going to be saying in the locker room before the game?
They've got to go out there and enjoy themselves, you know, play nice and hard, do the simple things right, just along those sort of lines.
That's great. Thanks very much, Ryan.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Maggie Benson of the IAS Women's team and Ryan Rathbone of the GBU Women's team, and what they had to say ahead of this. Okay. So the teams who will be facing up against each other today. Starting with the team GBU. As you can see, they have a very, very stacked roster, starting from the first line. Left winger, Elizabeth Milne, centered by Isabel Whiteley. And on the right wing, Monica Petrosino, who is also the assistant captain of the team. And on the second line, number 15, Shannon Lang. Centering that line is number 11, Louise Adams. And on the right wing, we got number 23, Jessica Orchard. Third line, number 14, Danielle Turnbull, and number 21, Hannah Worthington. Number 5, the other assistant captain of the team, Abby Thornton. And on the fourth line, number 13, Amy Baldwin. Number 9, Louise Beresford, and number 4, Gemma Wallace. And moving on to defense, look like we have Beth Schoon is so good that she's double shifting apparently in the right defense. Not sure if that's the case, but starting on the left defense is number 19, Beatrice Lester, and presumably only playing in the first pair is number 18, the team captain Beth Schoon, who we know is a phenomenal player, has been for Team GB alongside Team GBU. Number 2, Megan Sullivan on the second pair. Number 24, Alana Clare. And on the third pair, we got number 10, Helen Emerson, and number 8, Rebecca Speckman. And on the fourth pair, number 17, Lucy Kendall, and number 25, Lucy Lickman. And on the netminders today, number 1, Holly Steeples, number 20, Stephanie Owen, and number 16, Stephanie Wicken. So a very stacked roster, as full as a lineup can get, actually even a little bit fuller than it normally is. But that's Team GBU Women's. And moving on to BUIHA International All-Stars, who you can see is a little bit smaller roster than the GBU, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because as Rambo pointed out last weekend, he's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Starting on the left wing is number 26, Louise Tomlinson, centered by the Hungarian international number 11, Zora Godlibet. And on the right wing, number 77, Eva Harrison. And left wing on the second line, number 18, assistant captain of the team, Essi Aitasalo. centering number 6, Megan Agnew, and on the right wing, Fanny Deneau. And on the third line, we got on the left wing, number 39, Danielle Lanfear, centering by Vicky Carson. On the right wing, we have number 12, Kirsten Noble. And on the left defense, we got number 2, Nina Brown, number 5, Emma Gordon. And on the second pair, the team captain, number 51, Melissa Reidelberger. Paired up on the right is number 3, Sofia Karodi. And the fifth defender is number 15, Sarah Lahti. And their netminder today will be Samantha Bolwell, who normally is the Team GBU goalie, in case you didn't know that yet. But yes, she will be filling in for the IAS in today's matchup.
Please try and stay seated during.
And as we, of course, are about to start, we are gonna be handing it over to Dave Ferry with the team introductions of each player, and we'll be back in the commentators booth very soon.
Good afternoon and welcome, IAS Sheffield. Let's hear some noise as we prepare to welcome the players out onto the ice. Okay, and now, wearing white, they're the home team. The Great British University's winning, and wearing black, the away team this afternoon, the BUIHA International All-Stars. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce the teams now. Our home team this evening, they are wearing white, and they are the home team. They are the BUIHA Great British University's women's team. Please welcome first out, it's Holly Steeples. And Stephanie Wilkin. Stephanie Owen. Here's Lester. is Captain Beth Schoon. Next up, Megan Sullivan. Elaine Clark. And Helen Emerson. Rebecca Speckman. Lucy Lickman. And Lucy Kendall. Louise Adams. Shannon Yang. Daniel Turnbull. Beth Mill. Jessica Burghardt. Hannah Worthington. Abby Thornton. Monica Pestronero. Isabel Whiteley. Louise Beresford. Amy Baldwin. And Gemma Wallace. Okay, next up, introducing this afternoon's away team, the BYHA International All-Stars, wearing black. Let's hear it for Sam Bolwell. Sarah Larty. Emma Gordon. Nina Brown. Sophia Coroni. Essie Itasoro. Eva Harrison. Melissa Reidelberger. Maggie Agnew. Zora Gobliner. Daniela Lamphere. Fanny Danu. Tiara Downey. Kirsten Noble. Lois Tomlinson. And Victoria Carson. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats for the start of this afternoon's game. Please keep your eye on the puck at all times during the play, as it can leave the ice at high speeds.
Okay, there we go. National anthems, player introductions, everything done, and we are not more than a minute or two away from the puck drop of the inaugural Team GBU versus IAS matchup. As you can see, probably from the player introductions, Team GBU, as we know, is coming in with a bit of a bigger roster than IAS, but that doesn't mean anything. We will see how, as the game progresses, how the proceedings go. From the team IAS's side, they have, of course, Team GBU's #1 goalie in the net, so that's going to be a great advantage for them. So, judging by the length of the bench, at least, she might be seeing quite a bit of pucks today. But I was watching her in the morning practice today with the Team IAS, and she looked sharp. So, both teams were on ice, as you probably already figured out, on ice this morning, and had a skate together. got together, worked on some drills in the lines as one would do, get to know each other a little bit better, because of course in a teams like both of these are, the likelihood of players not playing together a lot is very high, especially when the team is a little bit smaller like the IAS. So the preparations have been done, and now the teams are huddling up in their goal at GBU. GBU is already there. IAS taking a little bit of time to get the hair done, which is fair enough. You need to do that. There's Maggie Benson on the bench, and she got injured earlier in the season. She would have been playing for the Edinburgh Eagles in BJ Tier 1, but she wasn't able to. And funnily enough, on the GBU women's bench, alongside Ryan Rathbone, you will find Richard Gray, who is, of course, as we know, a BUIHA royalty, one of the most noticeable voices of BUIHA, and of course used to play and coach Edinburgh Eagles. So there on the both benches we have a very high Scottish presence, if you will, even if Maggie is from North America. But still, it's pretty much coaching-wise. Don't be surprised if you see something very eagerly happening. And it's good to see that there's, although it's a tricky Friday afternoon early face-off, the weather's lovely, so people are probably not that prone to come to an ice rink, but we still have some audience here, and I can see slowly more and more trickling in, so that is good. And here we go, the first puck drop goes. And IAS seemingly wants it, but here's number 15, Shannon Lang, bringing it, pushing the play immediately to the IAS zone, and there. Defenders, IAS trying to clear the zone, can't get it. Here's number 11, Louis Adams, carrying the puck, drops it to line, and there's a turnover. Well, not a turnover. Well, it turns out to be a turnover. Here's Zora Gottlieb stops behind the GBU net, tries to pass it in front. It's got Tomlinson waiting there, doesn't get it. Puck is stuck in the netting behind the goal, and that brings the game to a halt. So early pressure on the GBU, but one missed pass leads to an IAS pushing the play into their end. So expect a lot of that. Probably gonna be, for both of these teams, have to make a mistake for them to be punished. We'll see how the length of the bench is gonna affect the performance going into deeper in the second and third periods. But as of right now, let's see if IAS can strike early. This game is going to look very, very different. And here's Megan Sullivan, former London Dragon. Number 3, Isabel Whiteley brings it, drops it to Petrosino, who plays it behind the net. Petrosino, they're looking for the pass, doesn't get it. And here's Melissa Reiderberger going against Megan Sullivan, 2 former Dragons there. Fighting amongst each other. Here's Sullivan again on the point, looking for options. Petrosino goes to back post. Oh, there it is. Pass to Isabel Whiteley, and a great, well-executed one-time shot. That was pretty from the GBU. And 1 minute and 6 seconds in, they draw first blood. So, GBU looking a little bit sharper in the beginning at least. And managed to get the first tally on the board after a good sustained pressure. But IAS coming after the face-off, battling hard. This is number 12, Kristen Noble. But GBU looking to start to play from their own zone. Number 14, Daniel Turnbull, carrying the puck behind the net. Gets poke check, doesn't get it. It's good save from Bolwell, but GBU retains pressure. Oh, and a little bit of a missed pass. Can IAS clear the zone? No, they can't. Number 8, Rebecca Speckman. Ooh, and that one's almost poked out by the IAS, and now they have a chance to strike. Sarah Lahti with the puck, number 15. Oh, and a pass just misses. Vicky Carson, who has been one of the calls up from the team GBU to play for IAS. So there is a couple of players who you'll probably think, if you know them, that why are they playing for the IAS? But that is because IAS came into this game with a significantly shorter roster than initially expected. As here's Reidelberger playing D to D to Nina Brown. who we saw playing last weekend. Lampierre trying to push it to the GBU zone, no chance. Here's Brown again. Brown was playing last weekend. I think it was Tier 2 nationals for, can't remember exactly what team. It is right now. Leeds Gryphons. Leeds played this weekend. But anyway, and here's Brown again behind the net. Pressure coming from Louis Beresford. Lampier there trying to poke it out. Doesn't get it. Brown here. Brown there battling next to boards. Lucy Kendall trying to cut to the middle. Here's number 4, Gemma Wallace with the shot. Easy save for Bolwell. GBU pushing the play to the IAS end, but Melissa Reiderberger there behind the goal line trying to push the puck up. But GBU gets possession again on the blue line, and that's going to be an offside, Hannah Worthington. And that brings us to a face-off. Number 11, Zora Godlibet, facing against another number 11, Louis Adams. And GBU eventually ends up with the puck. So Louis Adams goes to Beth Schoon, the team captain. But IS, and it just goes by Godlibet, who is chasing it down and does force a face-off. Goes almost there for a little bit of a snow shower. Almost, not quite. So the first face-off on the GBU zone, and GBU comes up with a face-off win and looking to break out with speed. Here's Petrosino with a long shot, easy blocker save for Bolwell. She's not going to be surprised with a shot like that. And IS trying to clear the zone. It just goes past Aitasalo and on to the, but good pressure from Megan Agnew. Look at the pass to the middles. She's got, and it comes to point. It almost, but Petrosino is there again. Looking to go up to Isabel Whiteley, the goal scorer. Petrosino has got Schoon in the middle. Great backhand pass. Sorry, it was Elizabeth Mill, not Beth Schoon. Confused by the blue helmet, sorry about that. And here's Megan Sullivan, but gets muscled out of the puck by Agnew, but she battles back. And IS keeping it in. But Agnew just loses an edge. And this gives, and Sarah Lahti can't keep it in. And here's Isabel Whiteley again. It's got Elizabeth Mill on the middle. It goes for a backhand pass, but that was never going to find home. Great hustle there by number 10, Helen Emerson, who also played an absolutely brilliant tournament for Northumbria last weekend. Shows her speed a little bit. And here is Brown again behind her own goal line, trying to twist and turn away from Petrosino. And it makes a good move. Here's Aitasalo. Fanny Dunot. Vicky Carson looking to bring it up. But pressure coming in from Turnbull. And GBU going back to their own zone, looking to regroup. And after the rather GBU favor start, they have probably had the more of the puck possession, but they haven't been able to really do anything about it. And here comes IAS again. And there's a heavy collision next to the boards. I don't remember what number was that, but someone just lost an edge, and here is Hannah Worthington trying to make a move against Reiderberger, who defends valiantly, the team captain, who's been playing Fulham Dragons in the Tier 1 for, I think, 4 or 5 seasons now. So she's definitely been battle-tested in a very, very male-dominant league. And here comes a high shot, but that's blocked by Korodi. Lanfear doesn't get it out of the zone. It comes, Bolwell plays it behind the net. Reidelberger there trying to dig it out. GBU now sustaining pressure. What a great pass to the middle. But it finds no one. But they get the puck deep anyway. GBU now rotating well in the IAS end. Do they go Probably looking for the pass. No, just calming the play down. It's a little bit like a power play right now. But Vicky Carson gets her stick on it. And is Reuterberger trying to defend against Gemma Wallace, who just rings it around, is Lanfia. And IAS now finally has possession and has a 2-on-1 if they break out, and here they come. Vicky Carson is holding the puck. Long shot, but an easy glove save. But finally something a little bit more positive from IAS after probably a little bit of a too confident pressure coming in from the team GBU. And a face-off win by IAS, but GBU with their speed. Oh, and there's a good move by Sara Lahti. She's a great skater, and she looks to bring it up onto the zone. There's Godlibet behind her, but Lahti comes it in, drops it to Godlibet. She's got some mitts. She's going to walk to the middle and get stripped, and there's the IAS power play. Good pressure from Lahti and Godlibet. There's Finland and Hungary, the Finno-Ugrian combination, working efficiently together, and that results on a penalty to number 11, Louis Adams of the GBU. And let's see who will Maggie Benson slot on the ice for this one. We see Godlibet, obviously, Reidelberger, Lahti playing the point, and I believe it is Karodi on the other side. Can't see the number exactly, but it's probably as strong as a unit as an IAS can push together. And here's Godlibet. What can she make happen? She is definitely one of the more dangerous players of this team, and it is indeed Karodi on the other side. As the buck now, here's Lahti. Got options in the middle. Oh, but it just goes by Karodi, and she's looking to play it up to Godlibet for sure. Tomlinson now with Reidelberger gets it. Reidelberger makes a good move, looks to shoot. Oh, and it just whistles wide on the hard side. Far side, Lahti keeps it in, but no longer with 30 seconds of the penalty gone. Karodi chasing the puck, Bolwell stops it behind the net. Put pressure there by Jessica Orchard. And now GBU gets possession on the neutral ice and just dumps it in. That was number 3, Isabel Whiteley, who's been in the middle of a lot of things today already by scoring the opening goal, which is how the game stands with just over 8 minutes to play. Ooh, there's a good forecheck by Whiteley again. She's playing very strong game so far. Lahti putting pressure on her. Great penalty kill by GBU, and are they even going to get a shot on goal? Very, very strong on the puck, it seems, Isabel Whiteley here. Lahti pressures her against the boards with Reidelberger coming to help. And finally, Lahti takes the puck away. Tomlinson at the point, doesn't come out still. But Lahti strong on the puck, gets it out, but GBU has possession, so this has been a fairly easy kill apart from that one shot that just whistled wide. Here's Whiteley again, bringing it into the zone. It's got Milne in the middle. Milne doesn't get it. Here's Kirsten Noble, up to Tomlinson, who looks to enter the zone. Noble gonna go crash the net. Oh, and it just goes between the leg and the sticks as the penalty is about to expire. Gordon on the point, looks to put it in, doesn't get it. Carson tries to kick it to herself, and now GBU has it out after they just gained full strength. Here's Carson again. Noble doesn't get it. Here's Abby Thornton, the other assistant captain alongside Petrosino. Good play there next to the blue line. Everyone's digging for it. No one has it. Now Team GBU has it. And it's Milne down below the goal line looking for the 1-2 with Turnbull. Doesn't get it. But they're pressuring on the side of the goal, but that's at the back of the net, and they do eventually whack it out before the referee has a chance to blow the whistle. But here's Godlibet. Let's see if she can make a great pass to herself off the boards and passes up to Noble, who doesn't get it. Godlibet played for the Southampton Spitfires last weekend and was very impressive, even when playing, again, in a very male-heavy league. So it'll be interesting as the game goes on if she can create something, because she definitely has the capability of literally just dominating the game if she's on her best day, and why wouldn't she be on a day like this? Here's Weiderberger, but and almost loses the puck, and goes for the block. That goes wide. Here's Brown getting tied next to the boards by 2 GBU players who look to pass the puck in front of the net. And no one gets it, and here comes Godlibet, 1-on-1 against GBU defense. Godlibet looking to go wide. He's got good speed, looking for the possibility of the wraparound. Doesn't find it and just circles the wagons. This comes shot from the point, but it's blocked. Oh, but a good play. And Sara Lahti putting the puck into the IAS zone again. Stomlinson, look at the, GBU zone. Stomlinson has it. Harrison in the middle, deep in the middle, I might add. But Hannah Worthington takes the puck and puts it behind the net, where Emerson plays it up to Wallace. Wallace coming 1-on-3 against Lahti. Lahti just pokes it away. So no chance there. Ooh, and a bit of a collision there between Beresford and Harrison. Yes, good pass to the point. But Lucy Lickman doesn't get a shot away on time. And now, and that gets blocked as well by Lahti in the low slot. So GBU aren't getting their shots through on the net because that is blocked again by Lahti. Lahti is gonna have more. It's gonna be very sore after this game if she keeps blocking shots at this pace. And finally, IAS clears the zone when we are entering 7.5 minutes left in the first period. And GBU looking to enter the zone again with speed. Louis Adams. Oh, cuts to the middle. What a great move. And a poke check by Polwell, and then finds the puck. Woo! That was a great rush by Louis Adams from the University of Essex. Great move, slices to deep, but Polwell, as we were kind of expecting, standing tall, making a great save. It's Petrosino behind the nets. GBU, great puck movement by GBU. Here's Beth Schoon, just goes deep. Whiteley. Got a great pass to the middle, and a shot comes, and Polwell has no idea where that come from. That was Elizabeth Milne who fired that one. Petrosino, and there goes. Megan Agnew goes a little bit head first into the boards. Here's Brown trying to skate it away to the zone, and she does. And here's the 2-on-1 if they hurry. Fanny Duneau in the middle. Just entered the zone. A shot that hits Beatrice Lester, so it doesn't go in front of the net. Here's Agnew battling again boards, but it goes by her, but she gets it again. Good break by Gordon. And that goes just wide, not too far. Brown keeps it in, but eventually it ends up on Elizabeth Milne's stick. No, sorry, that was Beth Schoon. And here's Whiteley, the goal scorer. And a great shot and an even better blocker save. But here's Petrosino. No. We're going to wrap around. And Whiteley was wide open in the high slot, but nothing. Puck literally just bounced over her stick. And here's Megan Sullivan looking for options. Cuts the middle. Has a winger, but it hits her own forward under the feet and doesn't go cleanly. Here's Weiderberger. Bounces it off the zone. Aitasalo doesn't get it. Sullivan putting on the pressure on her. GBU now twisting and turning in their own zone, and one of the IAS players takes a seat for some reason. Why not? It's not a time for the canoe celebration yet. It'll come later. Don't worry about it. Abby Thornton, but no, gets stripped of the puck. Here comes Korodi. Good speed through the middle against 2 GBU players. One of them now without a stick. So at least there was something behind that. Lamphere in the corner, trying to play to the point. Here's Lahti, cuts to the middle. Lahti looking to shoot. And good block. But Lahti gets it again in the corner. Great skater, Sara Lahti. And tries to pass it in the middle, but there would have been no one at home. Both teams, I must say, they're excellent at blocking passes and shots. So there's no really easy chance ever. But here comes Lahti again. Has it on the backhand. Everyone has it on their backhand. No one gets a shot away. Lanfier, no one, but finally Team GBU breaks out of their own zone. Oh, they do, finally. Turnbull coming up the wing against Brown. Makes a move, makes another, but here's Godlipet, and now if she can scatter speed, this could be dangerous. 3-on-2. Noble got Godlipet in the middle, but doesn't get the puck there on time. Godlipet goes to the corner. Noble has it, but gets tied up. Can she make it? But it goes to the defense. Brown keeps it in. Now GBU finally gets a possession in their own zone, and it goes between Gordon's feet. And here comes GBU on a breakaway. Oh, and a great save by Bolwell. Good save. Samantha Bolwell standing strong so far for the IAS women's team. I believe that was Amy Baldwin on that breakaway. Paulie didn't get the shot away that she wanted. Scotland on the face-off loses it cleanly. Lucy Lickman goes to the, what a great pass. Oh, but Bolwell was there already. What a great play that was from the point to the back post. Now she has it again. Lickman. High shot. Easy save though. Louis Adams. From the point, GBU using the defenders a lot. Getting shots away. And again they find space in the middle. Reiderberger tried to block it. And again, Bolwell. Great positioning in all of these shots. There has been challenging coming out and hasn't really been given GBU much net to look at. And that is one of the bigger reasons why the game is only 1-0 after that very, very early start. I mean, early goal, of course, produced a great start from Isabel Whiteley. And after that, the game has evened out a lot, which is, of course, expected in a matchup like this. Here's Lahti again, plays the point. Schoon shoots. Petrosino with a redirection. I was going to say deflection, but redirection that goes over the net. Schoon again, kicks it to herself. Milne. Petrosino. Whiteley in the middle, but it goes to, well, no one but Essi Aitasalo, who against Beth Schoon, two number 18s there, pokes it out. And now it comes out of the GBU zone immediately. Petrosino going against Lahti. Lahti can defend Petrosino, who goes around. Petrosino, oh, what a sliding stop by Bolwell, but the second rebound is too much. And GBU makes it 2-0 with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left on the first period. Let's see the replay. Petrosino, great rush, first pad save, but that was probably not strong enough play by Sofia Korodi there. Didn't manage to hold off. Fair enough, there were 2 GBU players trying to whack it in. And it's Isabel Whiteley again. I didn't realize that it was her who got the final touch on that, but she has been clearly the danger woman for GBU in this first period, of which we have 2 minutes left now. And here comes Alana Clare moves and she scores. That was an individual effort, the best one of the game so far. As Rambo says, more moves than a monkey with a 10-foot rope, and slices through the defense and puts it. Perfect shot, just over the pad. No chance of Bolwell, who has been under quite heavy pressure here in the first period, I must say. And I just realized that as I don't have a laptop, if some of you are commenting on the YouTube live stream, I have not seen that. But not to worry, I have a phone, as mobile phone as most people do nowadays. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go see what's the chat. What's the chat? Oh, Andrew McKinnon, hi. But that was a while ago. Sorry. Daniel, I'm happy you like my voice, but here comes GBU again. Oh, that was a pretty high lob. That goes to no one but Eva Harrison, who's looking to bring the puck up on the right wing, but no, gets shut down. Good defensive play there, using the body as much as you can. In the women's game was Louise Beresford. And here's IAS captain Melissa Reiderberger behind her own net. Stops, starts. Oh, but That was not a great turnover. If there is such a thing as a great turnover. Here's Jessica Urquhart goes to the point. Lucy Lickman is Urquhart again. Good movement. Louis Adams looking for options. Circles with speed. Tries to cut to the middle, but there's Zora Godlibet. Great pass to the middle for Tomlinson, who's probably looking to put it down deep, but it's GBU's Kate. And Godlibet takes it again. Here's Reiderberger. Oh, and that pass, Chastaluuden Lahti, doesn't go to anyone. Ooh, and a bit of a collision there between, well, obviously each one member of each team. Megan Agnew was there from the IAS. I didn't see who the GBU player was. Offside called as Louis Adams trying to carry the puck into the IAS zone. And the face-off comes just outside the blue line, right in front of the IAS bench. With Louis Adams against Agnew. Adams wins that pretty clearly. Here's Brown. And on that, didn't even realize, but on that note, the first period comes to end and it's 3-0 for the GBU. So the goal scorers were Isabel Whiteley with 2 goals.
And there'll be a 15-minute intermission. If you want refreshments, please remember the bar is open.
So yeah, sorry. Isabel Whiteley with 2 goals. 2 goals in that first period, so she has definitely been a difference maker so far. And Alana Clark, number 24, was the one who scored the 3rd goal. Had to remind myself a little bit. Maybe even make a note of that. Either way, let's see. Andrew McKinnon, you can leave the office if you want. I don't really mind. Mark Stevens, the game is not check-in. But of course, it's a collision sport. Collisions will happen. So, but as commentating on a Zamboni going around in circles would be quite difficult even for me to make it interesting, I will leave you to it and we'll be back up to next in the period 2 in about, let's say, 12.5 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. Got about a minute left in the intermission as both of the teams are taking the ice. As you can see in the lower right-hand corner, ice has been cut despite what the screen may say. And there we go. So, sum up from the first period. Isabel Whiteley with first 2 goals. Striking the first one only just over a minute into the game. Starting strong. And Alana Clare with a gorgeous, gorgeous individual effort in the end. Making it 3-0 for the GBU, who are outmanning IAS outwomaning by about 7-8 players. So, second period coming right up as the players getting set, having a cheeky chat. Let's see what the live feed is. Daniel Orvoma is making sure that everyone knows that Stephanie Owen, and I believe Stephanie Owen is the goalie who we have in the net right now. Actually, he's protege, so we are expecting. And well, if we've been honest about Daniel, I'm not expecting anything, but I'm still expecting a strong performance because surely she has surpassed the appointed master. Probably hasn't done much. And Jona, I'll do my utmost. I do try to deliver commentary, and puck is about to open. Here we go, Melissa Reuterberger versus Louis Adams, and Adams wins. Here's Beth Schoon turning behind the GBU net. Goes off the boards, D to D, but a puck. There's a little bit of special from the Zamboni driver. Looks like a bit of a puddle there. And Zora Godlibet next to the boards against Beatrice Lester battling. Okay, actually she's battling against 3 GBU players. And here's Louis Adams, plays it off the boards. Beth Schoon up to Adams. Great passing play to break out of the zone against Sarah Lahti and Sofia Karodi. Here comes. Oh, and a great pass back. But no one there. And a turnover at the blue line. This seems to be some sort of power line to start the second period from the IAS, because there's Gottliebet, Reutelberg. Oh, and a Louis Adams walks in. Oh, and a beautiful poke check there from Bolwell, negating a very dangerous scoring chance by Louis Adams, who's been flying all over the ice so far. Oh, and a bit of a back pass that goes to no one, and a great pass in front of the net, but what a save! Bolwell, only a minute in, she didn't cool down much during the period, and Gottliebet knows that. Gives her a bit of a tap to the pads that, well done, you girl. You go, girl. At least I hope that that's what she was saying. So the face-off, Isabel Whiteley, the 2 goal scorer. Will she get a hat-trick in this game? Takes a face-off at least. That doesn't count as a goal, but it's something. Now goes to the corner against Gordon. Still wins the puck, and a great pass to the middle. Here is Petrosino. Or was Petrosino. Not anymore. Now Petrosino has the puck again. Goes to work next to the boards. Cuts to the middle. Petrosino looking for a shot. Gets defended well there by Vicky Carson, and they finally clear the zone. No ice. Kirsten Noble going after the GBU defense. That is number 24, Alana Clare, who scored the 3rd goal. And Gordon keeps it in. Emma Gordon from University of Birmingham there puts it in. Here is Megan Sullivan. And that is going to be, the icing's waved off. Emma Gordon, good hustle. Whiteley there. Petrosino on the other side. Lamphier doesn't get it. It just goes by her. Emma Gordon behind the net. Harassed by Whiteley. And a great pass in front. Bolwell. 2 saves, and he hits a post, but it still stays out. Whiteley again makes a great sharp turn in front of the net. Ooh, and Petrosino's shot, backhand shot, isn't the strongest one on Bolwell. What a flurry by the GBU. But their number 1 keeper, who's now wearing a black sweater, says no, not today. So great stuff early on from Bolwell. It made some enormous saves. I was trying to figure out the right word for it, but that seems to be it. Good keeping there from Ellen Emerson. Plays it deep. Reiderberger has it behind the net, makes a twist and turn and finds a way. As Tomlinson up in the wing, but GBU with good forecheck. Tomlinson battling for it. It goes, still goes deep. Worthington behind it, goes behind the net, looking for options. Doesn't have anyone in the middle. Goes for the backhand, but here's Zora Gottliebet. Goes around one player, goes up the wing, and just goes on the wrong side of the Harrison. And again, icing waved off. Interesting. Fair enough. Tomlinson just gets poked by her. Here comes GBU again. Gottliebet. Poke check doesn't work. That was Turnbull coming out the wing strong. And here's Gottliebet now. She's got some room to gather speed. Just rings it around, but there's no one home. Eva Harrison has to hurry. Harry Harrison. Into the corner. Turnbull again. Tomlinson. Does an IAS changing right now. It's Lahti shooting. Good shot, high shot, and even a rebound. But nothing to come out of that. Actually, I believe it's Stephanie Wicken in the net for GBU, not Stephanie Owen, as I informed you falsely earlier. So looks like Owen's playing the last period then. Here's Nina Brown behind the net, gets tied up next to the boards. Good battle, and GBU, both teams send more personnel to dig it out, and the face-off's going to come out of the zone as a result of that. So they deemed that it was GBU's fault that they didn't continue. Fair enough. Pikkulusikka, okay, fair enough, Iona. Let's keep it above the waist here. GBU trying to put on some pressure now, but IAS, good block again. Great defensive play, and here is Fanny Dunot with Aitasalo. But it is Lucy Kendall. Oh, and she gets stripped from the puck, but there is her defensive partner clearing the zone. Here's Lahti. Goes into the boards with Orchard. Gordon tries to skate it out, but a terrible to Louis Adams. Probably one of the players who definitely don't want it to pass, but a great sliding block by Sarah Lahti. She has played a belter of a game so far as we just entered the 4 minutes in, and here comes Gordon. Oh, what a great, oh, but easy. Bolwell, the pass was so slow to Bolwell. Great positioning again. Bescoon, oh, that whistled high and wide. Luckily, the girls are wearing cages, because if that hits you, you are going to have some free dentistry done. And here's Bescoon again, looking for a pass. Great pass. Oh, and it goes over again. That was Louis Adams making a great play. Adams and Schoon in this shift have been playing tremendously together. And Lahti with a good hand-eye coordination. Louis Adams has it again. Trying to go to Leicester in the middle. No one has it. And Orchard has it now. Aitasalo trying to put in pressure. Orchard still on it. Tries to get the middle. Here comes Jot. Oh, and it's between Bolwell's legs. Oh, and she finds it. Feels that it goes both of her pads and sits right between the legs, but looks like she got her hips greased on the intermission, because she was quick to rectify that situation and make sure that GBU doesn't get the fourth goal on the board. Isabel Wiley, the 2-goal scorer against Melissa Reidelberger on the face-off, and Melissa wins it back. Here's Grody. Good pressure from Petrosino. Great pass to the point, but Sullivan can't keep it in. Whiteley has Petrosino. Oh, what a save by Bolwell twice. And it's the post and he comes out. Oh, but it finally gets put in. My goodness, what a sequence that was. Goes off Bolwell twice, off the post and out of someone and into the net. That is about as shambolic as it can get. What a great save of Bolwell. And I think Reidelberger got it off the air. So it was almost high stick as well. By God, that was action-packed sequence, but GBU has their fourth goal, 5 minutes and 14 seconds into the second period. So IAS trying to hang in there and trying to create something which hasn't been that much offense in this period as they had. For example, the latter part of the second, here's Deneau putting on pressure, as is Korodi. Megan Agnew looking to skate it out of her zone. Oh, and it just doesn't get it. Tried to put in pressure, but good play by Helen Emerson. Put it back into the IAS zone with Korodi. With Gordon going back, Korodi being pressured. Oh, and it just gives away, turns it over to Turnbull. Turnbull has it. Korodi putting on pressure. Help comes from Gordon. GBU playing the puck well, but next to the board. Ooh. Ooh. Turnbull tries to sneakily put it in from under below the goal line. There, number 14. Daniel Turnbull, who's at Lead Beckett's University. Tries to pull a fast one on Samantha Bolwell. So too wily of a veteran to fall for that. And there's Brown battling in the corner. And Kirsten Noble skates it up, but no chance against Lucy Lickman, who plays a great defensive play. And there's Lucy Kendall taking a bit of a tumble at Lickman. So IAS trying to put a little bit more pressure. Lamfier. Oh, and a horrendous pass straight to Kirsten Noble, but it just bounces over her stick. I think she was also so surprised that she got the puck that didn't know what to do with it. Is Lickman. Tries to play it out of the zone. Lahti at the point, but it just goes underneath her stick, and now IAS has to hurry. Oh, that's a good play by Vicky Carson. Here's Noble again against two GBU defenders. Oh, strong play on the puck, still retains possession, but then loses it off the backhand. Here's Lahti trying to poke it off the boards. And Nina Brown, Bolwell decides that's enough for that. Goes, plays it off the boards very smartly to Nina Brown. And Vicky Carson comes in with speed, but there's a very, very fast play coming from Beatrice Lester. Oh, and Bolwell play, oh, very dangerous play, and it comes straight to the straight to the GBU player, who basically takes a one-timer off the goalie's pass. As I'm getting private messages. From Andrew McKinnon, updating me on when is he leaving the office, because that is the most important thing on my mind right now. When Melissa Reiderberger, they're battling in her own zone. Next to the boards, Gottliebet. Harrison can't take it, comes to Bolwell, who decides that nope, you had enough of that, let's try a face-off for now. Gottliebet tries to flip it out to the referee, fails tremendously, much like myself, always trying to do that trick. And GBU wins that. It's a shot comes straight away, but Korodi again in front of the puck and stops it. I believe it's Petrosino who got that shot away. And that comes to the point. Alana Clare, the score of the third goal. And GBU maintaining the possession behind the net. Look at the cut to the middle. Oh, and a good backhand shot, but it was just blocked away. And it's Korodi again. Looks to go to the other side to Harrison, but Megan Sullivan there first for the puck. It's Alana Clare. Sullivan looking for options. Goes off the boards. And GBU plays it again off the boards. Ooh. Now there's players down everywhere. Petrosino seems to... But here comes... Oh, and it's off the post. Elizabeth Mill with a good rush. Cuts to the middle and rings it off the far side post. Had Bolwell beat, and that the fifth goal was very close as we just hit the 9-minute mark of the second period. Petrosino, great pass again. Mill gets taken down, no penalty. Tomlinson Gets it up to Gottliebet, and he's got 2-on-1 now. Zora Gottliebet with Eva Harrison, passes to Harrison. Harrison shoots. Ooh, but that was an easy save for Stephanie Wicken, number 16, who's now in the net for GBU. So that looks, as we mentioned earlier, Stephanie Owens going to be playing the third period for GBU. Gottliebet would have probably been a little bit more selfish there. Not sure if the passing backwards would be the best option when you're in the 2-on-1, especially in this particular instance. Aitasalo trying to put on pressure. Agnew puts on pressure, but it doesn't work. Here comes GBU, 3-on-3. Gordon. Abby Thornton with the puck. Tristan turns in the corner. Agnew sees that one coming and turns around. Speckman. Oh, but that goes to no one. Agnew making twists and turns, and here's a great pass to the middle. Aitasalo, but just can't get by the defenders or pass to Lanfier. Oh, sorry, Fanny Dunot, that was. There's numbers 38 and 39 if someone wondering why do I get confused all the time. But when the jerseys are not meticulously straight, 8 can look like a 9 sometimes. Also can happen if you have too many beers. But Helen Emerson goes up the wing to Daniel Turnbull. Great pass. Wallace, but finds no one in the middle. And Dunot looking for it, but it comes to Speckman, who's being pressured there by Noble. Beresford takes a shot from far out, and Bolwell just smothers that right in the middle of the logo. No bother whatsoever. 9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second stanza of this matchup, and GBU, after 3-goal first period, only managed 1 in this period. So IAS improving, but they're still not showing great deal of offense. But let's see if Melissa Reiderpecker can change it. She's trying to make moves, and she casts the puck, and here comes Melissa. Oh, but it just slides away from her. The captain tried to take the team to her back and carry it over the line, and at least break the shutout. Oh, and there's a cross-check, but bit to the face. Not too hard. And they are having a discussion there. That was Lucy Lickman and Kirsten Noble who were having a discussion that, did you really have to do that? I'm sorry, I probably didn't. Noble with Brown behind the nets against Beresford. Kendall takes a shot, but it gets blocked. Now she has to hurry, Noble. But no bother there. God decides to go back the same way, but it just comes out of the zone before Carson can get there and push the pressure back in. So here's Nina Brown. And that is an offside, after all. It was Jessica Orchard who was trying to carry that one in. But in the midst of the stick jungle and a lot of moving feet, the puck goes to an offline. Let's start over. The puck goes to an offside position, and that results, of course, in a face-off. That is won, well, kind of by GBU, with Louis Adams making great moves again on the blue line, and she's been very impressive in this game. Oh my goodness, what a move, and puts Korodi swimming and hooking and fishing and all sorts, but doesn't bother her too much, or the referees, because that could have been a hooking penalty very easily. Korodi plays up to Tomlinson on the side. It's got Gottlieb in the middle, but the pass never comes. Now, does she get it there now? Whoop. And a lot of confusion again, but eventually it's Beatrice Lester who comes out with the puck. It's Beth Schoon. Goes up the wing. It's Louis Adams again. And now Gottlieb 1-on-2 against Beth Schoon, but Schoon, that's an experienced defender. One poke check is all it took to relieve her of the possession of the puck. Korodi looking for her options. Loses the puck though, with pressure coming from Shannon Lang. And here's Gottlieb getting back pressure from Louis Adams. Gottlieb, can she break away? Yes, she can. Agnew, oh, but Agnew just doesn't get it. Here comes GBU. And here comes puck also out of the IS zone and into the GBU zone, or GBU end, rather. Deva Harrison going on, putting on the pressure. This is Megan Agnew, but both of them just fly by. And here's Whiteley. Oh, beautiful pass right in front of the net. And the puck's just sitting there, and eventually Saralotti decides that's enough of that. And here comes Vicky Carson. Can she get a shot away? Oh, and a strong shot at that she does. And Stephanie Wicken has to fight to keep that one out of the net, and it a little bit of a handcuffs her. So if there would have been someone for the rebounds, that would have been slam dunk, pot in from the back post, but that is not the case. And so there's Aitasalo, plays it back in. GBU looking to break out of the zone. Elizabeth Milne plays it up to Whiteley there, waiting for it. Oh, beautifully stays out of offside situation. Petrosino doesn't quite reach that. Here's Duno. Gordon. And now it's Lahti or Gordon. Lahti eventually who goes and takes it behind the net. But a good play by Milne. Milne twisting and turning against Gordon. Good play, Petrosino. Comes to the point here. Speckman shoots, but that is going to be negated by the wall of humanity. And here's Aitasalo. Pokes it up to herself. Can she make it? She can. Oh, and it bounces. I thought that went out of play, but Helen Emerson with a great defensive play. Elizabeth Milne. Whiteley trying to make it, but Saralotti with a great pinch doesn't allow that to happen. Oh, Duno, and it's Petrosino in the head with the stick. Oh, Petrosino, what a strong shot that was out of nowhere. I don't think Bolwell was expecting that either. And here's Aitasalo again. Oh, but it just bounces out of her skate. Doesn't have a chance. And here's Speckman. And here's an offside. 4 minutes, 51 seconds. It's been a lot faster period and a lot more, again, even period. Maybe, of course, tilted more towards the GBU team. No surprises there. But IAS hanging on, for sure. So they have nothing to be ashamed of after this performance against a very strong GBU side. Abby Thornton with the puck against Reidelberger. Keeps pushing it into the IAS zone. Circles of wagons, looks for the shot, takes it, but it is not the strongest one. Reidelberger going to the corner against Hannah Worthington, sorry. Thornton again, goes to the point. Here's Lickman. What is she going to do? Goes back to Thornton. With pressure coming from Gottlieb. She's trying to play it to Tomlinson, and here's Harrison. If she hurries, she had a 2-on-1. Harrison, Tomlinson in the middle, but ooh, that is a great defensive play by Lucy Kendall. Still got Gottlieb in the middle, the puck doesn't get there. Tomlinson battling for it, but it is Lucy Lickman who's carrying it out of the zone. She's got options. And the option is to go to number 14, Danielle Turnbull. And here's Lickman again. She seems to have the puck all the time. And that was as clear as a trip back you can get, in my opinion, but against Gottlieb, but no penalty. Interesting. So GBU with the only penalty of the game early on in the first period, or halfway through the first period, or more or less. And here's Reidelberger battling for it, and Gottlieb gets it from next to the boards. Scott Harrison streaking in Gottlieb. Oh, and that's a good defensive play by Lucy Kendall. Pokes it out of the zone. I mean, deflects it over the net. So partially blocks it. And that's an offside. Noble. Look at the break in while GBU has a change. She's got Gordon streaking down the middle, but again, strong defensive play there. And now Noble gets her stick stuck underneath the GBU player, Lucy Kendall, and nothing more comes out of that. But it's Amy Baldwin with the puck behind the net. Tries to go to the middle. Noble going 1-on-1 against Baldwin. Noble has it, and he's got Carson in the middle, but the puck never gets there. Amy Baldwin looking for options, looks for the long stretch pass. There's no one there but Nina Brown of the IAS. And a good pass to Vicky Carson, who just kicks it out of her own reach. Jessica Arcart gathering speed, goes by Lamphere. And has a lot of free ice and just enters the IAS zone with ease. Maybe she could have even been more direct, but looks for the pass to the middle. And that is negated by a good back check by the IAS, where there's 3 players already, but there's Arcart again. And now a good battle again Louis Adams, so strong with the puck. Incredible. You won't get the puck away from her without breaking the rules. That has seemed to be the case today, and here she comes again. She's looking for the pass to the middle for sure. They seem to love that carrying the puck in from the far side and just passing it underneath the goal line. I don't know if this is their typical play that they're going to use in the World University Games in Russia, Krasnoyarsk next year, but at least they're practicing it a lot today, that's for sure. Alana Claire, one of the goal scorers. Betskoon goes up to middle. Louis Adams, oh, and an absolute howitzer from Adams that is fought away by Bolwell, who hasn't seen a puck in a while, but now she's one coming at her at a very, very high velocity. And that's an offside. Carson can't take advantage of that. Shannon Lang there, and now it's Megan Sullivan. He goes with Lang, but he goes to Sullivan. Now he goes with Lang again. So they're playing a bit of pitch and catch. And into the final minute of the second period so far. And it's been, as I said earlier, a faster and a lot more evenly matched period. So I doubt either team is getting tired, but probably just that IAS figuring out how to defend against this a lot. The GBU team with a lot more manpower. Or woman power. Girl power, wee! I can't say girl power, they're young women. Anyway, here comes GBU again. And Aita Salo going there against Helen Emerson, no chance. Is Whiteley again making moves with Milne. Whiteley. And here's Petrosino. Oh! And Bolwell flashes the leather. Puts her application for the TSN Sports Center top 10 moments of today with that glove save right there. Well, we're looking forward to hearing from them and seeing this one on the list. Obviously, great save by Bolwell, showing why she is the #1 goalie of the team GBU. Godlibet wins the face-off. Rydalberger, they got 5 seconds. They surely just want to hold the puck next to the boards and not concede another one, as they have only conceded one in the second period. So a stronger period by the AS. We're now down 4-0. So 20 minutes to go, 40 minutes down, 4-0 for the GBU. And if you thought that it's going to be an extremely lopsided match heading into this one, looking at the size of the benches, well, the joke's on you because you're wrong. So, good job by both teams. And let's see what the chat has to say. I was so excited about the game. Daniel, I don't mind doing the BBC Super Bowl commentary. I don't know how you're going to take care of the guys. But, sure. Just let me know if you have something on your mind. Yeah, let me know. Either way, second ice cut is again going to be about as boring as the first one, so we're not going to be dwelling on that much longer, and we'll be back here with you guys in about 13 or so minutes. Welcome back to IAS Sheffield, Team GBU versus International All-Stars. We got about a minute left of the second intermission, and if you have been with us, you will know. If you haven't been with us, you will find out that it's 4-0 for the GBU. First 3 goals coming in the first period, 2 by Isabel Whiteley, 1 from Alana Clare, and Isabel Whiteley completing her hat trick in the second period. So GBU so far in the driver's seat probably doesn't come as the greatest surprise the ice hockey world has ever seen, taking into consideration that GBU has the chance to use 7 more players, keep a higher tempo up in the game than the IAS. But kudos to IAS for hanging out there. I'm hanging in there and making sure that this doesn't become a complete blowout. And I'm sure that that is what they are looking to achieve in the third as well. They have played well, but it's just the fact that they have so many players less than the GBU that they just simply cannot keep up with the pace of the GBU, which has been at times tremendous, especially Monica Petrosino, Louis Adams, Beth Schoon, Elizabeth Milne. I could name a pretty long list of players from GBU who have been playing very well and very impressively today. Of course, Zora Gottlieb, Nina Brown, Megan Avenue, Sophia Korodi, Kirsten Noble. Pretty much everyone from the IAS have also played well, but simply haven't been able to match what GBU has thrown at them so far. And now we have in the net, actually, we were wrong again, because now it's Holly Steeples on the net, number 1. So Stephanie Owen was the one who started this game. So Daniel, if he wasn't watching, then that's bad for you. Louis Adams and Melissa Reuterberger having a bit of a chitty-chatty, classic chin wag there on the face of zone. Probably changing names and addresses for the Christmas card list, I would assume, after this. And here's Louis Adams winning it back. Here's Beth Schoon playing it to other side to Beatrice Lester. And here's Louis Adams streaking into the zone, but Sarah Lahti with a great defensive play. And here's a chance for Vicky Carson to come up the wing. 2 Scottish players there, Vicky Carson and Beth Schoon going against each other, and puck stops again, and the puck stops again, my goodness. It looks like the valley out there, there's so many puddles. Ooh, and a good stick lift, strong from Sarah Lahti, good play. And as you can see in the broadcast, looking at the size of the benches, that there's a GBU can hardly fit into their bench, whereas IAS could have invite their significant others and have a pool party in there, or barbecue party, or whatever the party you want to give. And it's Louis Adams going against Sarah Lahti again. Louis Adams got to the middle, and here she comes. Oh, and a great blow, Pat save. Bolwell again starting the period strong, lying on her stomach, and makes a beautiful left pad save. Louis Adams coming in with speed, but tried to tuck it in far side, but no chance. She touched the door, as she has done so many times in this game already, and no doubt will continue doing so for the rest of the game. Here's another face-off win. Elizabeth Milne wins that one. Petrosino plays it to Whiteley. Oh, again. Oh, here's Petrosino. Oh, and he tries to chip it. Short side. Whiteley, the hat-trick scorer. Petrosino making sure she doesn't lose the puck in those puddles. And here's Megan Sullivan. Shoots, but that hits Milne on the backside. Emma Gordon and there's Aitasalo trying to play it out, but it doesn't work. Here's Whiteley again, because Petrosino in the middle, and here it is. Milne tries to go there. I'm not sure. Why would the referee blow the whistle? Interesting. Bolwell anyway, making 2 strong saves, maybe even 3 strong saves there. As here we see Adams streaking into the zone, goes. Bolwell even went for the poke check, and she still got it with the pad. By God. She is some kind of goalie, she is, Bolwell. And even the replay is still on. I will tell you the game is on as well. And Turnbull behind the net, trying to make something happen. Number 21, Hannah Worthington. And it comes to Noble. And IAS trying to strike quick, but they can't. Emerson And here is Worthington again, but that is great defensive play also by Sara Lahti. Sara Lahti gets a puck behind her own net, chased by Worthington, makes a turn, and loses her. Good moves, breaking ankles like it's nobody's business. Sara Lahti, you beauty. Ellen Emerson keeps it in though. Sara Lahti trying to go into the corner, chased by Abby Thornton. And Thornton hits Lahti from behind a little bit, but no call. It's been very lenient so far this game, I must say. Turnbull. Thornton has it, turns around right in front of the Zamboni doors and loses it. And here's Weiderberger kicking it to herself. Carson goes up to Noble. Noble, just loses it, and lifting Emerson's stick doesn't help. But Noble has it out of the corner again. Plays it off the boards, but no chance. Here's GBU streaking out of the zone, and Zora Godlibet trying to match the speed of Daniel Turnbull. Godlibet battling for it, and finally Carson comes in, takes it. But here's Louise. No, it isn't Louise Adams. It is Gemma Wallace who comes in with speed and puts it into the IAS zone. It is Gordon who goes. Yes, it is Gordon who goes there. Beresford. A good battle there next to the boards. Gordon plays it up to Noble. Noble. Here's Godlibet. Looking to streak in. Cuts to the middle. Here's Godlibet. Gets a bit of a slash. Doesn't bother her. Godlibet. Good shot. And even better save by Steebles. GBU goalies haven't seen a lot of shots. I don't know what the shots on goal count is right now, but it must be heavily lopsided on the GBU side. But Bolwell has been an absolute hero in the net. Here's Nina Brown, who gets now fooled by the wet patch on the ice, which is of course a problem at the beginning of the periods, as we've seen, and whoever has ever played knows. Tomlinson, but loses it. Beresford tries to play it. It's Tomlinson again. Scott Noble's going for a line change, so it's just Tomlinson against 3 GBU players. But she still has the puck, and he goes to middle. Here's Godlibet. Has got Harrison. But Harrison just overskates it, but he has Melissa Reiderberger. She shoots, and here's a chance. Godlibet! And falls. Probably slightly in frustration, slightly in exhaustion when Holy Steeples jumps and saves the puck. Jumps on the puck for a save. Good pressure from IAS from this line. They've been clearly the ones, individuals on the ice. Lahti Godlibet. And there's a penalty. I didn't notice that. I wonder what that call was. Let's see. It's Lucy Kendall, the Nottingham Maverick, who goes into the penalty box. So it's power play for IAS, to chance to look, to dig into that 4-0 deficit that they're suffering right now. And here's Lahti behind the net, but it is Louise Adams who comes out with it, but she takes a tumble, and it's going to be a penalty call. I'm looking for tripping, and I get a tripping. And it's Sara Lahti, probably her stick got stuck somewhere in Adams' legs or something, but Sara Lahti in the penalty box. No arguments. She knows what she's done. So, 4-on-4 hockey. A lot of space on the ice. Interesting to see what happens next. Whiteley out there with Milne. Milne taking the face off. So, a lot of speed and skill now for the GBU when Carson gets swapped into the face-off. Milne wins it. GBU shoots straight away, and here's Milne, and another great save by Bolwell. Carson tries to play it out of the zone, can't. Here's Whiteley again in the corner. It's got Milne deeper in, no, but he says go to Betscoon on the point. And a Betscoon, what a move. Exact new look. And there comes a shot from Isabel Whiteley. And a comfortable glove save by Samantha Bolwell, who is, despite the 4-0 deficit, played an absolute cracker of a game. So she can hold her head up high no matter what the score is going to be at the end of the game. Megan Agnew on a face-off against Petrosino. Agnew wins it. Back to Nina Brown. Nina Brown chased by Petrosino. Brown being harassed continuously by Petrosino. Petrosino eventually gets the puck, but so does Megan Agnew. And it goes back to Brown, who's right in front of the Zamboni doors there. Stops. Petrosino again on her, like a fly on fly paper. No letting go whatsoever. Petrosino sends a cut to the middle, and she does eventually get the shot away. And it's Brown versus Petrosino this shift so far completely. And Agnew in the middle, got Carson as well. And he comes to Carson. Carson looking to enter the zone against Megan Sullivan. Sullivan with a good block. She is a very strong defensive player. And there's a heavy collision next to the boards. Agnew tries to center it to Reidelberger. Carson has it. Sullivan there again. Carson tries to play deep again. There's a lot more pressure. Zabby Thornton plays to the point. Here's Korodi. Agnew looking for Carson. Now she has. Oh. And he comes to Reidelberger on the point. So on 4-on-4. IAS pushing the play. And oh, Reidelberger with a good slap shot. But that is right on the logo of Holly Steeples. So on 4-on-4. Good pressure from the IAS. And on that note, let's go see what the comment section of the YouTube has to say. While Zora Gottlieb wins the face-off back to Brown. And Brown keeps it in. Gottlieb battling against Emerson. Gottlieb, Emerson. Brown has it. Moves to go deep to Gottlieb. No, but gets pushed to the boards by 2 GBU players. Gottlieb goes on there to try and dig it out, while GBU is full. Lucy Kendall's back on the ice, so it's a short-handed situation for the IAS, and they keep digging away. There's 5 players now in the corner digging away. And eventually GBU comes out with the puck, and Brown seems exhausted. She needs a line change. Oh, and that's an offside. Close one. Oh, what? No way. I've missed so much. By God, the Lions are back. Well, no wonder the chat's going absolutely mental. Gemma Costin. Molly is there. Lottie is there. Oh my goodness. Either way, let's go back from Lions. Lions was the heroes last week, and now the heroes are at the moment GBU and IAS. And here comes Megan Agnew, carries it into the zone, but a good defensive play by two GBU defenders. And it is Duneur who plays it down to Agnew. There's Aitasalo right in front of the net, but the puck never gets there. Beresford next to the boards. Can they keep it in? No. Brown. Beresford wins the battle against her. Beresford still with the puck. Makes a turn. Looks for the shot. Here he comes. Bolwell. Easy glove save. Yes, Emma Gordon is repping the Lions. And she is repping the Lions very proudly so far. Yes, yes. Go Lions. Woo! We're all fans now. Oh, and that was almost very well poked, but there is Jessica Arcart in front of the net. And here's Carson trying to play it out of the zone. No, but he's Louis Adams. With a strong play next to the boards. Has players in the slot. Adams circles the wagons, tries to get her own shot away. No chance. Carson, Reidelberger teaming up to defend her. Milne tries to battle against Shannon Lang. And eventually Carson swoops in to get the puck against Beth Schoon. It goes by her. Carson, no, but Orchard takes a puck and calms the situation down. She's got, oh, a great pass to Louis Adams. Orchard in the middle. Adams looking for the pass. Finds Orchard. Oh, and a great pad save. And that just loses the puck of the GBU player. And here is Kirsten Noble in a partial breakaway against Beth Schoon. Can Noble get a shot away? Well, can eventually a weak one from a bad angle, so no problem for Holly Steeples on the GBU net. Nina Brown keeps it in. Noble trying to lurk in for the free puck, but doesn't get it. GBU defense very sharp there. And he's Louis Adams again against Sarah Lahti. Those two have been battling it out all game long, and it doesn't seem to be letting down. Gottlieb swoops in, but he comes to the corner. Lahti is the only one there. So IAS, now they have space. Lahti is a good skater. Cool skate this one up. Petrosino putting on pressure on Brown. Petrosino, great takeaway. And tries to go to the front to Elizabeth Milne, who now has the puck. Whiteley there as well. Whiteley, Milne, Petrosino have been absolutely extremely dangerous in this whole game. And they are, again, cycling very well in the GBU zone when it's Megan Sullivan with the puck being chased by Eva Harrison. Whiteley, Petrosino. Oh, and that is an offside. It's a close one, but it's definitely an offside on Petrosino. They're looking a little bit around. But again, they know what they did. No arguments further from that. Tomlinson, Harrison, Gottlieb. Gottlieb versus Milne on the face-off. And Whiteley looking to put on pressure. Milne, Whiteley battling with Gottlieb and Tomlinson, yes, that's the number 26 there. Finally got that. And they're trying to dig it out, but GBU comes out. Milne, Petrosino, Whiteley. Oh, and a great save by Bolwell again. But here's Godlibet looking to go against Megan Sullivan one-on-one and looks to go around with speed. Sullivan, no chance. Tomlinson in the middle, but a great defensive play by Alana Clare, one of the goal scorers. Here comes Petrosino again. It's been very end-to-end hockey right now, and here's a chance for GBU. And it is Elizabeth Milne. Outweighs Bolwell, who was lying on her stomach in disbelief and just tucks it in far side. She was already so out of position that she has literally no chance. With a great pass to Elizabeth Milne. And then eventually an easy tap-in for the 5-0 goal as we are just under 9.5 minutes into the third period. So GBU chip it away. I guess that one, Melissa Ryderberg, the captain, goes and says to Bolwell that don't worry about it, that was an unsavable goal. And now she's looking to deliver some damage herself, but loses the puck. But here is Agnew. Agnew, oh, and it just goes to skates of Fanny Deneau, can't get a clean puck. And here's Aitasalo. There looks to be a lot more legs from IAS right now. They definitely don't seem to want to give GBU a complete shutout in this game, which is probably the best what they can reach for now. But here comes the GBU, Hannah Worthington. Hannah Worthington, and nothing comes out of that. She had Daniel Turnbull pushing to the net, and here's a chance, Aitasalo, if she hurries. But it's good back check by Helen Emerson, who takes the puck. Strong play by Emerson. She's been very good in this game as she was last weekend, and there you see exactly why. Karodi puts it in. Godlibet just pokes it. Duno. Godlibet looks to go to Karodi on the point, and she does. Karodi takes a shot. Oh, and it goes in! There it is! It is 5-1 Karodi from the point, and I believe there was so much traffic in front of the net that literally Steeples didn't know where that shot came from. Let's see, the back angle is going to tell us more about that, but it's 5-1. Karodi, oh, and it literally, there was just so much traffic. I think Aitasalo was, no, sorry, it was Duno, was standing right in front of Steeples, was looking to skywards right now. Can't believe that went in. But it is 5-1. With 9 minutes and 20 seconds now left in the third period. So they do eventually break the shutout, at least off Holly Steeples. That goal, while the shot wasn't probably the strongest one, here they come again. Vicky Carson, Zora Godlibet in front. On Zora, gets it! Where's the puck? Oh, it's underneath her. Vicky Carson looking to go to point to Sarah Lahti, and here he comes. Sarah Lahti shoots. Oh, and hits, I think, Godlibet in front. And this is great pressure now from the IAS. They seem completely rejuvenated in the past few minutes. GBU doesn't know exactly what to do with them at the moment. But here comes GBU. Oh, it's a beautiful move. Oh, Amy Baldwin with the response. And that was a completely fuffed up shot. I don't know how to even describe that. But the shot definitely didn't go anywhere where it was supposed to go, and anywhere where Samantha Bolwell thought it was going to go. So that's the reason why it looked to go in so easily. That reminds me of the old NHL games where you could literally, if you go on a breakaway and you pass and the goalie doesn't save it, that looks exactly the same. And here comes Louis Adams with great speed again. She's still got amazing set of wheels. Karodi on her. Here's Noble. Going to go around Betscoon, but has to dump it in. And there's Lester defending well. Melissa Ryderberger, the captain, puts it behind the net. He bounces off the skates, and here's Agnew. Work hard playing there well. And here's a breakaway pass for Louis Adams to Irish defenders. Adams! And a great save by Bolwell on a strong backhand try from Louis Adams. There you see it. That's the kind of shot she was assuming that's going to come out of that. If she would have also just swept basically snow off the puck, that would have been a completely different situation, because that would have thrown the goalie off completely. Oh, and a dangerous move there by Turnbull, who eventually enters the zone. Sorry, it wasn't Turnbull, it was Alana Clare. Noble in the neutralize. Goes around Sullivan. Fair too easily, but Clare there. Noble turns in the corner as Godlibet looks to go in front. It hits Godlibet. She doesn't know it hit her. But here comes Urquhart breaking out of the zone with good speed against Lahti. Goes around Lahti. Urquhart. Oh, and it goes through the armpit of Bolwell. The game has now, looks like now being blown wide open because it's very end-to-end stuff from both teams. So it looks like they've thrown caution to the wind and just decided to give people a show. And here comes Whiteley again. Turn over. Here's Lahti now. But he spoke away from her. Milne next to the boards. Whiteley, Milne, Pedrosino on the ice again and try to go to Pedrosino. Here's Sullivan on the point. Pedrosino in the corner. Put it behind the net. Here's Milne. As Whiteley waiting for it. Turns to the high slot. Milne looking for a shot. But goes to Sullivan on the point. Is she going to shoot? She is. Oh, and it's a dangerous shot. Looking for a redirection for sure. And here's Gottlieb going 1 against 4. But decide that that's a little bit too much of a challenge even for her. And heads for the bench as we are just nearing the 14-minute mark. So 6 minutes left in this period. And Korodi behind the net against Whiteley. Whiteley wins that one momentarily, but Duno is there. Whiteley, it's been a pretty long shift for these guys. Milne, to bogey to herself between her own legs. Not a chance. And Bolwell, the short chip to the net. And Bolwell says, thank you, I'll grab this one. And forces a face-off on the IAS zone as we are just under 6 minutes left. So 5:55, which is nice. Even number, 5-5. So, Melissa Reiderberger versus, no, it isn't Louis Adams, it is Hannah Worthington. And Reiderberger gets changed out of the penalty spot and timeout called by one of the teams, IAS, I would assume so. So, 2 goals in the third period by the GBU, but 1 in return. But at least they got off on the GBU zone. Let's see. It is Lanfear, Gottlieb, Noble, Lahti, and Brown, Gordon. Oh, and it's a good shot from Lahti with the redirection coming from Gottlieb, but it hits Steebles right on the pads. It's Lanfear and Noble next to the boards, and he goes between, and here's Beth Schoon. Good pass, but just the address was wrong. Lahti goes cross ice. Thought the Lanfear is going to be there, but she wasn't. Turnbull enters the zone. Oh, they showed offside, but then they waved it off. Interesting. Gordon. With Carson there on the blue line waiting for it, but Gordon takes a little bit too long and gets pressure into the ports by Jimmy Wallace, who are battling now there. And Gottlieb comes and helps and rings it out the boards. Noble and Schoon on the point, and he comes out. Bet Schoon circling, entering the center ice, but it's a turnover from the captain of the GBU, Noble. But again, good back check. Strong defensive play as they've done all game by the GBU. Shannon Lang in the corner against Lahti, 2 number 15s. Lahti with a good stick stops that one. Louis Adams goes to the point. Good big shot, but blocked by Lahti. And here's Gottlieb going 1 against 2 with Louis Adams right behind her, 2 11s, battling out again, and Megan Sullivan with the puck. But oh, Gottlieb is all over her. But she managed to get a puck into safety. And here's Urquhart in her own zone, looks to turn to the middle, just to avoid Sullivan there, right in front of the net. Urquhart sails through the neutral ice, enters the zone against Brown, looking to go around Brown. She does, because she got to the middle. Oh no, she passes to Lang, and nothing more comes out of that. And then he hits the long shot that hits Brown again. And Bolwell just casually there leaning onto the crossbar, because why not? Sullivan keeps it in. Ooh, Brown and Adams colliding there. It's Urquhart again. Look at the turn. Sullivan, Adams, but Brown, good stop on the blue line. Here's Melissa Reiderberger, the captain of the IAS. Look at the carry in, got to the middle. Here comes Melissa. Oh, but at the very last moment, Elizabeth Milne comes and makes sure that nothing comes out of that one as we enter the last 2 minutes of the game. GBU leading 6-1. Milne, Adams, and now it's bouncing everywhere. There's Tomlinson there. Karodi now with the puck, pressured by Milne. Oh, and that was very close to too many men on the ice. Petrosino keeps it in again. Everyone's hacking and whacking. Petrosino now keeps it in with the skate. And now it gets pressed next to the boards, and that brings a face-off situation. Right in front of the IAS bench, just outside the blue line. Reuterberger versus Milne. Petrosino, Milne, Whiteley again on the ice for GBU, who have been very, very dangerous and impressive in this game. And here's Reuterberger, but Milne again comes back and defends furiously. Lahti. And Gordon was on an offside situation, was scrambling to get out of there, but almost does not. Agnew, but it just rolls off Tomlinson's stick. Whiteley. Ooh, and someone takes a tumble there next to the boards. That would be Helen Emerson. The GBU strong in the puck position, 45 seconds left in the game, and here comes Milne again, maybe looking for that 7th goal. Petrosino cut to the middle, but that is defended well by Lahti. Agnew. And here's Zora Godlibet. Whiteley right on her tail. Godlibet. Oh, and a strong shot. But a better glove save by Steebles. That had to be the hardest shot that she's faced in this period. And it makes a strong save, if you, of course, don't count the goal. But that wasn't really a hard shot. It was just a good shot, and with good traffic in front. Carson, Godlibet, Noble, Brown, Karodi on the ice for IAS, who's looking to get another one past Steeples. Brown, oh, and a good keeping by Carson, who just fans on the shot. Brown, but Carson still has it. And IAS trying to put him feverishly pressure in the last 15 seconds of the game. And there's again a bit of a heavy collision. Noble, and with that it brings to an end to this one. Applause all around. The end result is 6-1 for Team GBU. Probably not a surprise that GBU won, but maybe it is a bit of a surprise that they couldn't get more shots on in the IAS net. And one of the major reasons for that, undoubtedly, number 30, Samantha Bolwell, who played an absolutely amazing game, made sure that this game doesn't blow out of proportion completely. She made some very, very, very strong saves by a very dangerous goal scorers like Louis Adams, Isabel Whiteley. And all around, great effort by the whole Team IAS against a very, at least on paper, a lot stronger enemy. And GBU did what they had to, had the probably more individual skill, definitely more pace, more players. As the teams are shaking hands on the center ice. And if you ask me, it has to be the players of the match. For the GBU, number 3, Isabel Whiteley, who was very dangerous and scored most of their goals. And probably, I don't know if you can guess it already, Team IAS, Samantha Bolwell, no chance for anyone else to. Even though a lot of players played very well, she was the reason why the game was only 6-1. She played a very, very strong game. So players of the game, Samantha Bolwell, number 30 for IAS, and number 3, Isabel Whiteley for the Team GBU. As the teams are slowly lining up, after thanking everyone in attendance, almost, well, everyone next to ringside for a great effort. And as I mentioned before, some of these IAS players are actually officially Team GBU players, but have been just drafted to make it at least a feasible matchup. Yes, and there we have IAS saying thank you for the referees, who were fairly lenient in this game, I must say. Not a lot of penalties. Probably some of them should have been called. I'm not a referee, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Andrew Miller there with the crate of Carling, the BYJ Classic.
First of all then, for Team GB, player of the match goes to number 3, Isabel Whiteley.
And there we go, Isabel Whiteley collecting her crate of carling that she will share after the big win. Oh no. And here's something you don't see every day. It's Richard Gray running. Definitely one of the highlights of the game. So yeah, Rambo making his way for the player of the match photo there. And Sam Bolwell forgot that her number is 30, and she's just lying there clapping to whoever is going to win it. But it is her, well deserved. And as we mentioned, she is actually a Team GBU goalie. So on that performance, Team GBU can be pretty happy with all their goalies so far, without a doubt. Bolwell obviously seen the most action in this one. Yeah, and we just got a confirmation that she was peppered quite a bit more. Shots on goal 37-11 in the favor of the GBU, as you probably guessed. So as we see there, GBU not too ecstatic to hoist the trophy, but great job by the both teams in this inaugural event. Hopefully in the upcoming years we will see, of course, stronger representation from the international side. But we are looking forward to already to the next year's event between these two great teams. And right now, while the players are having taken their photos taken and what else, I have to remind you that the next happening is going to be obviously the big men's game, men's GBU versus men's IAS. And after watching both teams practice today, I was actually on the ice with the IAS men, obviously. That was both teams very fast, very individually skilled, so you can expect absolute fireworks. That's going to be a high-octane matchup, unlike which BYH has probably never seen before. And it's probably been a while in IAS Sheffield as well since they've seen that, because there's two very strong sides, both teams very eager to win. And undoubtedly, that is going to be one to watch. So, and that the face-off is scheduled, I believe, for 7:30 or 7:45. I don't remember which one it is, but the broadcast you can expect to be starting around a little bit after 7, but stay on top of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and everything, and we will keep you posted there on the proceedings on that one. And as of right now, let's do a last check of what is going on in the live stream, because I had to be talking so much that I didn't have enough time to even look at that. But undoubtedly the Lions are still there. Oops, that's my own voice. Sorry. Yes, Lions are still going strong. Yes, very much love Lions. Hoping to see the Lions and as many of you as possible tonight in the men's match as well, as they will start the rivalry, which is hopefully going to last long in the future. And on that note, as the Scottish players have hugged it out, I think it was the Caledonian Steel Queens players who were represented in this game, if I'm not mistaken, 6 or 7 of them. As they leave the ice, I will love you and leave you, and Nick and Rambo will take over the men's broadcast, as I am going to be on the bench for that. But thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you in a couple of hours for the GBU men's and International All-Stars men's match. Don't miss it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And we will see you soon, guys.